My favorite place in the world is our lake house up in Lake Wallenpaupack. We go there every year for the past, I don't even know how many years. My whole family goes. It's me, my younger sister. I have an older half brother and an older half sister. And then my parents, and we all go down there as a family, and it's just so much fun. We fish, we go out on the lake, we hang out, and it's really a good time being there with all my family and being able to spend the time there.
My mom is my role model because she represents to me someone who is very sacrificial and is constantly helping me to be a better person. She has encouraged me to apply to a bunch of different trips and always would help me throughout my high school whenever I needed help with classes or applying for anything. She helped me, and she just every day is such an encouragement to me in my life, and I wouldn't be able to do anything without my mom.
My favorite childhood memory has to be the first time I ever performed on stage in a show. The feeling I got was so exhilarating, and it just felt so good to bring the audience joy, and that feeling has stuck with me ever since, and I love it.
If I could be one TV character from one of my favorite shows, would be Bones. So it's Temperance Brennan, because I love that she is an independent woman and how smart she is and how she can prove her point, as well as the fact that she gets to work on so many interesting cases while working at the Jeffersonian and the FBI, which is one of my career goals, is to work for the FBI in forensics.
The hardest thing about being a teenager in today's day and age is the fact that we have to live up to the preconceived notions that the generation left before us, and we have to live up to the media, and we have to live up to everything that came before us. So that's definitely a hard thing for us to do, but I think we create a new generation as we go along.
If I could have 3 wishes, I would want the chance to make a change in the world, to meet influential people like Michelle Obama, and for kids all across the world to have equal opportunities and rights.
The song that describes my personality best would be Eternal Sunshine by Jhené Aiko. That song describes my personality because in the song she's basically saying that if she were to die today, she's happy with her life. It's an upbeat song, and she's basically saying that she's happy, and I'm happy.
My favorite subject in school is chemistry because my teacher always makes the class fun and we're always doing different experiments in labs.
My best subject in school is AP Calculus, and I really enjoy it, and it's my passion because there's a solution to every problem, and sometimes there's alternative ways of solving it, but you know there's an answer and there's a definite way of getting there.
My favorite place in the world would be the barn that I ride at, Stepping Stone Farm. And that would be my favorite place because that's where my horses are kept. When I go to Stepping Stone Farm, I'm able to ride my horses, help my trainer at the farm, and do other barn-related activities. I love going to the barn because it relaxes me, it relieves me from the stress, and it's just my favorite place that I would want to go to.
The song that fits my personality most is Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi because I measure my success and how happy I can be in all my endeavors.
My favorite role model would have to be my mother. She's been there through me since birth, but I love her so much because she's taken care of me. She made sure I become a respectful young lady. She's kept me in school and so much activities, community service, and I love her to the moon and back.
The hardest part about being a teenager today would have to be juggling activities, school, while maintaining, a good mood all the time and trying to do your very best to be a role model for others, as well as just being a good person in general.
My favorite childhood memory would be camping with my family. We go every summer ever since I was little. Cooperstown is probably one of my favorite places We did the Hall of Fame, we walked around, played games, went swimming, canoeing, basically what you would do at any campground.
If I could be any character on television, it would have to be Jim from The Office because I feel that he's one of the most reasonable characters on there and I can relate him to myself.
If I could have 3 wishes, first I'd wish that there was a way I could repay my parents for all they've given me while I was growing up. Second, I'd wish that there was a way I could travel around the world and explore and adventure and also help people. And then third, I'd wish that poverty wasn't such a huge problem in today's world.
My favorite subject in school to learn is science because it's so interesting and there's so much you can learn from it. So many advancements have come from it, like vaccines that can cure people or prevent diseases. So much that you can learn and do with it, and that's why I want to become a pharmacist when I get older.
My biggest role model is Elon Musk, and I admire him for all that he's done for the world and how much effort he's put into making a better future for everyone and how he hasn't given up even when he's failed.
My favorite childhood memory is when I was younger, my whole family and I went to Disney World and I got to dress up like a princess and eat with all the princesses in Cinderella's castle.
I would say that the song that fits my personality the best is Learning to Fly by Tom Petty because it reminds me that life is always changing and even bad experiences are experiences.
If I had 3 wishes, I would wish that I would be able to lower poverty rates and be able to have a business where I could employ homeless people. My second wish would be that college would be more affordable so that everybody can gain a higher education. And my last wish would be to end world hunger.
If I had to be any character from a TV show, I'd probably be the professor from Gilligan's Island. I create ingenious inventions that always work, and I'm a little bit old-fashioned. One of the inventions that I created was shark fin prosthetics that could be used to help sharks that have recently been finned from the shark finning industry, and I feel that correlates greatly to Gilligan's Island because it's old-fashioned, it's a little bit simplistic, but it always works in the end just like the professor's inventions.
So I think the hardest thing about being a teenager today is being true to yourself, because there are a lot of pressures out there in society where everybody tries to put on a different face for either social media or in front of their friends, but they're not really true to themselves. So just finding yourself and being true to yourself is very important.
My favorite place in the world is the Canadian Rockies because I really like being around nature and being around animals and doing activities like hiking, canoeing and kayaking with my family and friends.